Hi, I'm Rebekah Leviston and I'm joined by my colleague Claire Withers. We are both solicitors in the Corporate Tax and Incentives team at Brodie's. In this short tax bite, we're going to give you a breakdown of the key changes to capital gains tax, or CGT, for UK residents introduced on 6 April 2020. By way of a very quick summary, UK residents are now required to submit a CGT return and make payment of CGT within 30 days of completing a sale of UK residential property. This brings UK residents into the same regime as non-UK residents.
So the new rules extend the scope of the 30-day rule to all individuals, trustees and executors who are disposing of UK residential property. They may also apply to individual partners in a partnership which sells UK residential property in respect of each member's share of any gains. Companies which are charged corporation tax on their capital gains rather than CGT are not subject to the new rules. So a return must be submitted and any CGT paid within 30 days of the disposal of a UK residential property after 5th of April 2020 if a gain is realised on that disposal and if tax is payable on that gain. If the gain is fully covered by an individual's annual exempt amount, or if 100% relief is available, for example, principal private residence relief, then a return is not required. The rules also do not apply, and therefore a return is not required within 30 days if an unconditional contract omisses for the disposal was entered into between the parties before 6th of April 2020.
When we think of residential property, we think of our flat or our house, but be careful because the nature of these new rules means that disposals of property you may not have considered to be residential are caught. 3 examples include bare land where a residential property once stood, a property that was once occupied but has fallen into disrepair, or a large area of sporting land with a lodge. Now, while it is clear that a family home is residential, this does not mean that a CGT return will be required within 30 days of the sale of any family home. Just a moment ago, Claire ran through the factors triggering the new rules. If no tax is payable on any gain realised, then no return will be due. Most disposals of family homes will qualify for 100% principal private residence relief. So while you may have made a gain on the sale of your home, no tax would be payable, meaning no return would be required.
If the new rules are not complied with, penalties and interest may become payable. Late filing penalties will be imposed if a return is not submitted within the 30-day period, and interest will also be payable on any unpaid tax from the expiry of the 30-day period until the date of payment. As a transitional measure, HMRC announced a 3-month window whereby taxpayers will not be liable to late filing penalties for disposals taking place between 6th of April and 30th of June 2020, as long as a return is submitted by 31st of July 2020. However, this relaxation relates only to late filing penalties and interest will still be payable. So HMRC has announced a number of measures to assist taxpayers during the COVID-19 pandemic. Whilst no deferral of CGT has been announced, HMRC has stated that they will be flexible in relevant circumstances. So taxpayers who are in financial difficulty and are struggling to pay their CGT liabilities or any other tax liability should contact HMRC's dedicated payment support service helpline to negotiate a payment plan, and the number is on this slide.
If your disposal does result in tax being payable, then you should report the gain online using the new HMRC online service. For those who submit self-assessment returns each year, you will be required to report the gain twice, once within 30 days and once again on your annual self-assessment return, although tax is only payable the once. For those who do not submit self-assessment returns, you only need to report the gain once within 30 days, and there is no need to register for self-assessment.
Well, thank you for listening to our Tax Bite summarising the new CGT rules for UK residents on disposals of UK property. We hope this has been helpful, and please do reach out to Rebekah or myself if we can be of any further help.